Shalom, family. It's good to see you all here. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day this morning. And we're going to talk about something that was published yesterday. Yesterday. You know, the college campus protest has not even been going on for a full month. All right. This has not happened even for a full month. And they already got an anti-Semitism bill over the protest. Now, we have been asking for an anti-Black crime bill for probably well over a year. And it's only been, I think they said the college protest kicked off like around the 18th. And they already got an anti-Semitism bill passed. Ladies and gentlemen, this is only showing you how this country itself is anti-Black. And the politicians, they all move in solidarity. They all move in solidarity against the Black community. It doesn't matter if they are Republican, Democrat. I think it might be a few independents sprinkled in there. It don't make any difference, because when it comes down to us, they're all on the same page. Okay? All of them are on the same page when it comes down to us. So it's amazing how they can fast track an anti-Asian bill. And remember, they weren't complaining about their attacks, but for about a month before the bill was passed. And we were still on lockdown when it was passed, which made it didn't make any sense. But the Asian hate crime bill passed a month after the media are also very racist and very involved in throwing in their news stories. Oh, Black people keep attacking Asians. How come we don't hear about that now? How come we don't hear about it now? If we were really doing it, wouldn't we still be doing that now? I mean, crimes go on in America every day from every demographic, and laws are on the books. It's not stopping them from committing crimes. And even the biggest accusers that we have, although they commit more crimes than we do, but because they are the owners of the media, they can come out and exclude all of the astronomical crimes they're committing and throw us out on Front Street. Just reflect on a lot of stuff. So they went real hard on saying we were attacking them. We were attacking them. And then as soon as the bill got passed for Asians, they went silent. They went silent. Remember also C-19, we got it the most. We got it the most. We were so bad off with it. We were so bad. How come we don't hear that now? That stuff is still going on now. Do you see how we get scapegoated all the time in this country through propaganda, negative propaganda? They would die before they say one positive thing about us out in the news. They would die before they say or do any positive things for us in Congress or the Senate. Oh yeah, well see, they're all for anything that is that they claim is for us, but everybody benefit. Juneteenth, everybody gets that day off. For that, as long as everybody get it and not just us, then it's all good. Now, C-19 is still going on to this very day. How come we're not hearing any news about getting it the most now? You see, do you see the Jedi mind tricks they keep playing out here? You know, it's just like Black women are the single mothers. Black women are the single mothers. No, statistically, if you go look at the raw numbers, white women are the single mothers. White women are the ones, the biggest group raising children on their own. But what did they do in this country? Black women, single mothers, Black women, single mothers. And then as soon as I say this, they know they can't beat us in the raw numbers. And even some of our silly ass people will come. Well, if you look at per capita, F per capita, F per capita. We are looking at raw numbers, and the raw numbers say white women are the single mothers. It was just like the A word that they're always protesting. We don't protest that. You don't see many Black women out in the street worried about the A word. Y'all know what I mean. So, anyway, that was out there for many years. Black women get the most. Black women get, we never got the most. Their women got the most. That's why every time you see the protest, who do you see? You see a sea of white women. You don't see us. We get blamed for things because not because we're doing it bigger than anyone else, it's because they got the propaganda tool and we don't have that propaganda tool to come out and say, wait a minute, when you go look at the raw numbers, we ain't getting that the most, your women are getting that the most. And we know what they have tried to say about our men. They don't care about their kids, they have babies and then leave. Black men are the most involved in their children than any other race of men. And you know what, y'all? That is true. I want y'all to think about the times you are walking in the store. I have gone in the store. I have seen Black men carrying a baby and got other children walking with them, and no woman is there with them. He is literally there in the store alone with his children. I have seen men in the supermarket pushing a cart, got their little kids with them, and they're in there shopping. I have gone to restaurants and I have seen Black men sitting there with a son and daughter, Black men sitting there with a daughter or son. I have seen this. You know who I don't see a lot doing this? White men. You know why? Because white men, if they got their kids with them, they want that woman there. You know why? Because they really don't want to deal with those kids that much. They would rather for their wife to be there to discipline and deal with the kids when they go all out of control. He won't go out. How many times you don't see them out alone with their kids like you see Black men out alone with their children? I know what the hell I'm talking about. I have seen these things. And I have seen it throughout my life. I have gone into stores. I have gone to restaurants. I have gone out even for entertainment. Look, when I was 9 months pregnant, I went into labor, but it was a long labor. Do you know I went to watch the Phillies play the White Sox, and there were a few Black men there with their children, and there was no woman with them. It was just a Black man and his children. So we must speak louder and harder when they keep coming with these these very fake statistics. And when they tell you Black fathers are not there for their children, make them show you, make them prove it to you. I promise you, y'all, they can't do it. And don't take no statistics from some white supremacist website. Just like they run around here and say Black people commit 51% of the crime and they're 13% of the population. Well, we already know you're lying about the 13% of the population. And that is mathematically impossible for us to be committing 51% of the crimes and we're only 13% in the country. That means virtually all of us have committed crimes multiple times. Okay, these statistics are fake and they know they're fake. They couldn't prove this to you to save their mama's life. And if you look at the FBI statistics that they publish, they commit more crimes than us, but they got their mouth open to us more than anyone else. It is just amazing. So, and also in those FBI statistics, it says that we are the victims of the most hate crimes in this country. It does not say Jews are the biggest victims of hate crimes. It don't say Asians are the biggest victim. Hey, shoot, Asians ain't hardly nothing happening to them. If you look at the statistic, they are like way on the bottom, but they got a crime bill. Nobody is a bigger victim of hate crime in this country than us. It is a fact. It not only is it a fact, it's documented fact. So all of these other groups that trying to play like, oh no, we're all in the same boat. We have never, ever been in the same boat, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody has ever been in the same boat than us. Now they're on this, well, everybody was a slave. That's BS. Because of when I go back and look at those pictures on the plantations, I see only one group of people out there. I don't see no plantation field with everybody being a slave. Where the hell is that? Where did that happen? I see my people, my forefathers, out on those plantation fields alone, not with other groups, alone, doing all the backbreaking work. That's what I see. And all of you folks out here that say you all were slaves, well, why can't you produce the pictures? We can produce the pictures. How come y'all can't produce any pictures of all of you out there being slaves? How come we only see us on the plantations? So you can miss us all with that crap. You can miss all of us. So let me go ahead. I had already did this video before I decided to go live with this, but I'm going to play the video and then we will be back with more commentary. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, with all of the college campus protests, I want you to see how fast Congress put together a bill for anti-Semitism. It's amazing how they can fast track an Asian hate crime bill. They can fast track an anti-Semitism bill, but they can't do any of those things for an anti-Black bill. They can't give us a crime bill, but they sure can. You look, they can go at top speed on giving everybody a bill except for us. No, but it just goes back to what I told y'all before. All of politics in the US is racist. All of it is. And the fact that they can't get this bill done for us tells you who they hate the most. It's too obvious. And nobody can come and tell us otherwise. I have a video that I want you to listen to, and I'll be right back with the rest of my commentary.
The House is set to vote Wednesday on the Anti-Semitism Awareness Act. Supporters say it will help combat anti-Semitism on college campuses, but opponents say it is an overreach and a threat to free speech. Talk about the divides you're seeing on Capitol Hill, and will this focus in Washington result in any immediate changes in the clashes we're seeing on campuses nationwide?
You know, this is an interesting piece of legislation because you have free speech advocates on the left and the right saying, look, free speech is protected speech, that, you know, unless there is harassment or harm done to someone, students or Americans can essentially say whatever they want. However, there's a gray area there when people say, you know, they hear anti-Semitic slurs being thrown at them, you know, they're arguing that that is harassment and that is violence. So I think there's a divide on both sides of the aisle as to, you know, how to approach this. And I think you're also going to see from more progressive members of Congress, you know, a concern about maybe what they say is a lack of attention to Islamophobia and anti-Palestinian sentiment in the country. So I think this is very much an issue with, in a way, multiple sides, but it's going to be difficult because I think on the free speech aspect, you have multiple camps on the Republican and Democratic parties.
Now, remember, this is happening on the Democratic watch, okay? They have pushed everybody's bill except for us. They got protections for the immigrants, protection for the Asians, now protection for the Jewish people, and nothing for us. And they hear us on these videos, y'all. Make no mistake about it. They're watching everything we do. They watch everything we say. They got somebody on our live streams listening. You can best believe they are listening to everything, and they know what we want. And because they know exactly what to avoid talking about. They'll talk about any and everything except for the things we want addressed. So they know what it is exactly we are demanding. We want our reparations. We want a crime bill. We want you to do something about qualified immunity. And they ignore everything. But look at how fast they can whip together this bill because some protests broke out across the country at college campuses, university campuses. Look at how fast they can move to get a crime bill together, because that's what this is. It's a crime bill. Any and everybody except for us. So, we can always go back and look at the reps that were all for this, look at their names. And, and I also put this burden on the Biden administration. They know they're losing the Black vote, and they have done nothing but continue to ignore us. Never forget that. Never, ever forget it. This man has given everybody his attention except for us. And if it was not for the Black community, not all these people he's given bills to, if it was not for the Black community, Joe Biden wouldn't be sitting in the White House today. He wouldn't be there today. So if you had any doubts on whether you want Joe Biden or not, this should be one of many things to convince you not to vote for Joe Biden. He doesn't deserve our vote. If he's going to continue to ignore us, we should ignore him on election day. And I know I always get those little salty people that come here talking about, well, if you're going to encourage people not to vote, I'm going to have to unsubscribe. Then good, unsubscribe and keep it moving. That's my best advice for you, because I'm not going to change my position on what I'm saying. So if you don't like it, unsubscribe and go to the channels that are cheering Joe Biden on. That's the best thing for you to do. See ya. So y'all, you're going to have to tell me what you think about this one. It's just another slap in the face when it comes down to us. And, give that slap back to the Democratic Party. That's all I'm saying. If they want to do these kind of things, let them have at it. But if they want to slap us in the face, I say slap them back. Slap their butts back. They deserve it more than anyone else. But you can best believe it is the Democrat and the Republican Party that will push this through. And the thing is, you notice they have no concern about the First Amendment, free speech. You notice they don't have no concern about that. They're willing to overlook all of that to push this bill through. And look, they can give a bill to anybody they want. But the bottom line is, we have been demanding something be done for us a hell of a lot longer than these protests have been going on all over America. We have been asking for a crime bill to be done all this time. FBI statistics show that nobody gets more hate crime than the Black community. It's a fact. It's a fact. Y'all gonna have to tell me what you think. I put this on the lap of Joe Biden. That's what I do. I blame Joe Biden for the whole thing. And I blame him for continuing to ignore our issues and push everybody ahead of us. And this is just another example of it. Y'all gonna have to tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next. So, y'all, it's amazing though. So there is no excuse. We don't want to hear any more excuse on why they can't get nothing done when these protests broke out on the 18th of April. This is May 2nd, and they already pushed this bill through the House. We have been screaming crime bill for the last few years. And all they do is ignore us and not deal with it. And if they come back and tell you, well, we won't have the votes, that's just proving all of politics is racist. That's what it is proving. So we don't want to hear any more excuses on you can't get this done, you can't get that done, but you can get everybody else done in lightning speed. We don't want to hear it. How you doing, LVZ? We don't want to hear the excuses on why things can't get done. When the George Floyd bill was before you, we couldn't get that pushed through. And you notice they never bring that up. They don't bring up that George Floyd bill ever again. They don't bring it up. They don't talk about it. They don't do nothing. So to the Biden administration and all of the Democrats sitting there on Capitol Hill, doing nothing is not an option. That's not an option, especially when we see what you can do for everyone else. So all this crap about what you can't do for us, we don't want to hear you. If that's your message, don't come to us at all. Don't come at all. But you can't continue to get in our faces telling us what can't be done. And in the meantime, you're doing it for everybody else. You're not telling these other groups stuff can't be done. And we don't want to hear it either. We don't want to hear it. So, y'all, this concludes my live stream for today. I want to thank Dark Skin Brother for the super sticker. And I want to thank Onika. Thank you for the podcast membership. All right. So everybody, please enjoy the rest of your day. I have another live stream coming up on Brian McKnight at 6 o'clock, and I hope to see you all there. Shalom, family.